Pedro from A&P-Reacts. I'm here today with Noora from Battle Beast to talk about Circus of Doom, out right now on Nuclear Blast. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's start off with the name of the record, Circus of Doom. What inspired that title?
Um, actually, that that what happened was that we were at the studio, hanging out with the guys, and then we were just discussing about like what could be the album title, and then Janne, our keyboard player and producer, said that he had these different work names for this one song, and Circus of Doom title came up, and then our bass player Eero was super excited. He was like, "Oh God, that's the name. That must be the name." And then we discussed it in the band, and we end up picking that name, and we thought you know it's got a good punch in it. It includes many symbolizing meanings, uh, and also it sticks in your head right away, and yeah. So
Yeah.
it was quite easy to decide about the name.
When you look at this record and you look at No More Hollywood Endings, how much did the band carry over? Like, what were the attributes that worked really well in No More Hollywood Endings that you felt like it was worth continuing pushing them into this record?
uh, Definitely we wanted to develop uh, more of the orchestral and theatrical side, what came up already with even the song No More Hollywood Endings, and so we definitely put more effort to the orchestrals and also the theatrical side, and I really love that because I love all extravaganza, and I really want to have Battle Beast in the future considered as like rock opera or something. So I really enjoy how this album sounds now. It's like it sounds big, it sounds dramatic. There's a lot of dynamics, a lot of different emotions, and it's like exciting adventure. The whole album.
Was the creative process in Circus of Doom for you guys more organic, different perhaps than the approach that you took in No More Hollywood Endings?
No, we actually had like we have this similar kind of method every time that the guys Janne, Eero, and Joona, who are our songwriters, um, they do the songs. Then we have the demo sessions, and then we start recording. Starting from the drums and then bass and then guitars, and all this happens separately. But of course, some challenges came up because of the pandemic. Because then you had to be, extra careful with not getting sick and kind of being scared of getting sick, and hope for the best. That the schedules won't be delayed. And I think we were pretty fortunate because nothing extra dramatic happened during the recordings, and but the only kind of downside was that we were isolated all the time, and we didn't actually even see each other with the band like during the recordings. We were in contact through like uh, WhatsApp and video calls and that sort of stuff. But this how it differed was definitely kind of being more isolated and doing this distant contact with them. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. I think I lost you for a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
So that was the main changes. COVID really threw a little bit of a wrench into things. You guys have to keep some social distancing, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. And but in the other hand, it was good to have this break from touring, because then we had time to concentrate only making the album. And I think that is one of the reasons why we developed so much in the music and the production.
You already mentioned that one of the things about this record that really stands out for you, like you want to push it into the more rock opera. So one of the things on this record that stands out is the big sound, the more cinematic approach. Do you think that is the main characteristic that allows this record to kind of have a life of its own?
Yes, and I think that this kind of sound, which direction we are heading to, it's like it feels very natural development for Battle Beast. And kind of I feel like in each album Battle Beast is creating its new skin, so to say. And as well, my alter ego Battle Bitch is creating her skin uh, album after album, so it's kind of a natural development. And and I feel like on each album we kind of recreate kind of I feel like we it's like being reborn again when we do a new album and kind of develop this. So everything feels very fresh and kind of new, even though we have those kind of classical Battle Beast kind of songs also in the album. But then there is something different, and I hope people think it's something good.
Musically, how do you guys find the balance between everything that you've done up until this point and then this new direction, this new sound that you want to go forward? Are you guys worried about merging these two worlds, or is just going to be a little bit easier for you and the fans will adapt to it?
Well, I'm not concerned at all. We don't think about that. We actually, it's like we have we have our own style making music and being bold, and also kind of it's Battle Beast style is to surprise people every time. And it's not, it's like if we would be doing making always similar kind of albums, people would be disappointed because the expectation is that we are gonna shake people in some way. And I always I don't mind if some people are like kind of getting uh, pissed off because some people love us, some people hate us, and that's totally fine. And for me, the most important thing is that we bring out strong emotions in people, and people can enjoy or not enjoy our music.
The diversity of the record is undeniable. I mean, from the first song to the last song, there's a lot of ups and downs. It's a little bit of a roller coaster ride as you go through it.
Yes.
Having a record like this, what kind of impact does it give you guys in terms of putting the track listing together? Because there's just so much diversity. How do you guys manage that diversity in constructing an album that has a sense of flow at the same time and it doesn't feel stagnant at any given point?
Yeah, well, we actually we spent a lot of time, you know, thinking about the whole order of the songs, and we wanted to. That was good that you said this roller coaster ride, because that's the whole feeling that I'm having also, and it's like an exciting adventure when you enter the album from the beginning to the end. And it's like, yeah, we we put a lot of time to considering what is the order uh, of the set list, so to say. And I think what is the kind of what combines everything and puts the balance in this is the are the sounds and the production, and also of course the most important thing, my voice, that glues everything together.
Well, that's without a doubt. I mean, your voice. I feel like after listening to this record, you could pretty much release an album of any kind of genre, and it would still be magnificent. Such a versatility in terms of your approach, and it shows on this record because there's a lot of different genres influencing the album. So there's not one single genre that covers the whole album. Is that the best definition for Battle Beast? That there's no genre for you guys?
Well, some people say we are like a party metal band. Some people say that we are pop metal band. Some people say we are rock metal band. Uh, I don't know. I think we have our own style, and it's definitely we are like melting different genres together, and I think that is the battle-based thing. And um, I feel like it's not a bad thing at all to have this. And of course, it's like I I released last year my own debut album, and if you want to kind of get to know what kind of uh, musician and person I am by my musical roots, you should definitely check it out. It's like blues rock with soul and country influences.
Yeah, it shows your versatility. At what point in the process for you guys do the lyrics come into the picture, and what kind of impact do the lyrics have on the musical side?
Well, the lyrics always come with the song, you know. It's not like first they, you know, the guys, Janne, Eero, Joona, who write the songs, they always write their own lyrics. Janne has a collaborating song, like lyric writer with him, uh, but they are always like, they are not just born like first the kind of instrumental parts and then the lyrics, but the guys actually want to make the songs like that they make the lyrics during the whole songwriting process. And my part in the songs is that when we start doing the demos, uh, we try out the first versions of the lyrics and the melody, and then I give all my ideas, and we use the we use them or not use them. And yeah, it's very um, like diverse process what happens, because the demo sessions are like we are molding the, of course, there there has been many different kind of versions of one song, and then the end result we kind of we we mold that until the end. Even we would go to the recording booth, and I would have like, okay, I didn't like the line I did there, and then we will do it again. And it's like uh, it's a long process, but it's a lot of fun, but also a lot of pain and agony.
And in that pain and agony, and in that process, did this record offer you challenges or perhaps opportunities to try different things vocally that maybe you hadn't done before with Battle Beast?
Yes, definitely. And one important kind of uh, thing was that when I did my own solo album, I tried out making of that album. I tried out different new things with my voice, and I found this sweet spot for my upper range where I could feel it. It's almost like a falsetto, but a female falsetto kind of a sweet spot, and I found it during making of my solo album, and then I was so excited after releasing the solo album. I was like, now I'm ready for Battle Based sixth album, because I had so many cool stuff to, new stuff to bring as a vocalist for Battle Based. So because many people always ask like, why did you do your debut album and other projects, And the reason is that I'm an artist and I need to be doing a lot of different things to develop myself uh, as a vocalist and as a performer and as a person. I felt like I had so much more to give to Battle Beast after doing other stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you can just, in order for you to stay creative and continue to do what you're doing with the band, you have to also be able to express yourself in other ways that the band doesn't give you the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
Is there a track on this record that was difficult, that created some issues, but it was so good that you guys kind of had to make sure it made it into the album?
Uh, I can't remember. It's so long ago. No, but of course there were some songs that, well, all the songs are like you have to put so much effort to them to make them as good as they are, and and I have to thank Janne, our keyboard player and producer, the most because he was actually living in the studio for a half a year, just making making the mixing and recording us and all that, orchestrals and everything, and yeah, almost until the edge of going crazy there. you know so it's a lot of work and effort each song, and kind of course some songs are born easier, and um, the kind of core of the song, but then there are so many things that you have to do production wise, and all that, arrangements and everything, so it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it when you get it all done, and then now we can just enjoy the ride.
I have to ask you about one of my favorite songs on the album, and that is "Place That We Call Home." It has a huge symphonic influence in it, and I thought it fit not just the band sound, but it fit your voice so well. That style, that type of song, are we going to see a lot more of that in the future?
Well, you will see that also. But we will never go in that, kind of box that we're gonna just make one kind of songs. It's not our style. We want to, make different kind of songs and kind of, uh, make different kind of heavy metal, from power metal to epic metal to pop metal and rock metal. So you will definitely hear more those kind of songs, but also totally different kind of songs.
I have one last question for you, and that is about the upcoming North American tour that you guys have.
Yeah.
For the fans attending those shows, uh, how many songs can fans expect from Circus of Doom to be on that set list?
Well, of course, we would like to do the whole album, but I guess, well, actually, if I could, decide, the whole album is 45 minutes about, and our set list, I think, is 45 minutes long. So maybe we can do the whole album, or then we have most of the Circus of Doom, and then some classics from the previous album. But we'll see. We are just rehearsing for the for the tour, and we'll see. Uh, the final decision uh, a little bit more closer to the tour, and of course we hope that this tour will happen, and because we have to be all the time on the edge of our toes, like, we'll see what happens, but we really really want to come there, so let's hope for the best.
Well, let's hope for the best. I'm sure you guys are itching to play songs from the new record on the road, so let's hope that everything goes through. Noora, thank you very much for your time today. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Say hi to the guys for me. Much luck and success with this release. Out right now, Circus of Doom Battle Beast. Thank you, Noora.
Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.